now what we have to find out, they allocated to say, we're gonna pay you more on these projects. But now we have to find out from them, what streets did you allocate that for, and did we already do it? Because we may have done it on Elm Street, we may have done it on up in the north end, there was a lot in the north end. So some of the, in our '09 and 2011 projects, we've probably already done that work now, so now we can go back to FEMA and say, okay, now pay us the extra you said you were going to, because we can show you we did that work.
Which is gonna take time for them to approve that, because that, you can appreciate their position. They're sitting on, this money, and every city that's been inundated with a flood is gonna come back and say, oh, that street was perfect before the flood hit. And trying to, resolve that it's not easy.
Yeah, let's face it, a lot of our streets that were flooded were not perfect when they were flooded.
Of course they were, Your Honor. I dare you to suggest it. They're paved with gold.
But part of my point was going to be that when they approved an enhanced project, they didn't give us enough detail for us to know what are you approving, so we have to get that detail from them.
But I think a consideration is we're gonna get about $25,000 more in LGA. So what's council's opinion of that? Do we throw that in the mix? Do we set that aside as sort of found money and use that to pay down one of these funds? Do we use that to offset other payments? Those are the kind of discussions I think we should be having so that the subcommittee members know what your thoughts are about these things.
A lot of these questions are a lot easier once these big checks from FEMA that we do know they owe. It's easier to make those decisions, man. In my opinion.
Maybe some of those 25,000 could be put aside for streets and street improvements, but that would be just a drop in the bucket.
And will hardly even fill up the pothole.
Well,
But every bit helps.
As a just a thought, what do you think would be a reasonable target number to shoot for increasing our general fund reserve? Could we try to shoot for, 25% or 20% this year?
I had it in my head, honestly, Vernon, I was thinking 25 to even a little better for the general fund reserve for next year. We made improvements 6%, that'll be an 8% improvement.
The one thing that I've noticed, if council's prepared to look at it, if we could transfer those funds to the liquor store, to wipe that out, minus the $75,000 that we still think FEMA's gonna pay us, that money will come back into the general fund, and that will almost eliminate, that deficiency in the general fund. You add another $166,000 to the 107 that's there. Right now, that fund balance is gonna be, it's gonna be beyond 50%. I mean, it's gonna be way up there. So one of the questions is, do you wanna be that high?
You
If
have
we would
to,
write that,
Yeah.
that would just money off the fund balance.
No,
back
you have-
into
you
general.
have to actually
You'd
move
have to
some
actually
cash
move the
from
money.
somewhere.
Yeah, you'd have to move the cash.
You have to take the cash like out of the EDA fund,
Okay,
give it to the liquor fund to pay back what they owe the general fund.
Right, the 166,000.
But then you gotta get EDA money into that.
I think I don't know, just generally, I'm hesitant because we've got a number of things that could break suddenly for, in the EDA, and then we're down so low that we're already a little restricted maybe, but I hate to do it anymore. Plus, I think something that the EDA really needs to discuss before we automatically start whacking the funds up from underneath them is how are they how are they going to support the new brand? And that unified effort that needs to take place. It's gonna involve some marketing dollars up front, I'm assuming, in order for that to be pushed out. The EDA had talked about a marketing push and was sort of waiting for the BRNE to be completed, and I understand this is a lot of EDA talk and not necessarily, you know, I don't think I'm telling anything out of school here, but just, there were plans, anyway, I think from the EDA to do some more aggressive things related to economic development. Housing was another one.
But when you guys breaking things that might happen, that would all come out of the revolving loan fund anyway.
Could.
Not necessarily, it could.
Businesses, new businesses coming or whatever.
That could. But that is more restricted money, correct?
It can be. You know, one thing that I would like to talk to Tom about was, could the EDA loan that money to the general fund? In other words, pay it back over time, but we eliminate that liquor fund, get that off the books and transfer the building as the asset. But my point is, you got $434,000 in that 202 fund. Even if you took $166,000 out of that to pay that back, or if we just did half of that, you still got a lot of money in that unrestricted fund. And I think Kathy's right, a lot of the loan things that we would do, that we would set up, those would all be done through the revolving loan fund, which is gonna have 1.7 million. So that's an awful lot of money. And we're, it's coming in at 30 grand a month. You know, we've been trying to figure out ways to get that back into the hands of people
Circulation.
who can utilize it.
So this FEMA money, how much is that still coming? For that
800,000.
They think another 800.
Yeah, but that's
the
in a
liquor
lot
store?
of different
Yeah,
funds.
and not the general fund
That's
specifically.
75
Yeah.
for the liquor store.
So it's, to me, it's like, let's, if we can, shore up the general fund to some extent. Now, another strategy is to take that 25 that's coming in, apply that LGA to the general fund, just to build that up. We still have the deficit of the liquor store.
And you still have the deficit of the community center.
Right.
So,
Something may happen in the community center that will wipe that deficit out though, fairly quickly. I mean, we're getting close to putting numbers on paper. But that's gonna involve another outlay of funds to fix the building up to their needs. Even if that gets loaned back out, we're still gonna be out money to fix the building up. But that's one of the negotiation points we're still working on.
That'll be coming back to us.
Through the EDA, yes. So I'm less concerned about the community center than I was 6 months ago. More concerned about that. You know, the sewer fund is a big one, but I think we're trending the right way in water, trending the right way electric, trending the right way. The liquor store is the one that has, there's nothing there, it's just the building. So we should develop some strategies, I think, to address that, and maybe look at addressing the general fund. But I think we're trending the right way. We're not making dramatic changes to try to resolve something, because if we do that, we're probably gonna rush into failure. We should just, for the most part, try to track along. But the general fund does need to be healthier. We strongly urge some action in that regard.
If that was transferred back in, what would that put us at for percentage approximately?